I was gonna do my mustache up, Brandon, and really put the wax and everything in it, and I just didn't.
I was gonna do that too, but instead I stood at the stove and I ate chicken nuggets off a baking sheet.
Interesting. At least you made it like 3 minutes before the show.
Yeah, we're good. We sound good. We sound checked. I'm still here before Toby.
No, Toby was actually here. Actually, Logan would have made it before you, I think. But Logan has a week off because we have Richie.
Bow, 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 bow.
Wow, that sounded loud. Was that loud?
Sorry.
No, was it just me? Okay. So for anybody that's just joining and listening to terrible sound effects, not because it's Zach, any of us would have made those sound effects very terribly. This is episode 190, Best Mustaches Bracket Show. Toby's having a little technical difficulties because his internet provider stinks. So we're not going to get in there because then the rest of ours might hear and then they might try to take a dump on us, and ours is actually okay right now.
Yeah.
Speaking taking a dumps. I was
just going to say I went down to the opening Hot Summer Nights Town tour they've got here. Food trucks and everything else. Got this beautiful strawberry lemonade. Check out this glass. Wow.
Ooh. All about the Benjamins, baby.
I'm going to keep this. This is awesome.
I would keep that. That's good. I did not. I just decided to go to the beer fridge and grab myself a nice fall Genesee because I'm going to continue to drink the fall one until the weather decides, hey, we need to be spring. I do have the spring one, but it's another frost warning here tonight. Nobody cares about the weather because we're here to talk about mustache. Having a good mustache, though, is going to keep your lip protected. It's going to keep you cooler. What else is going to be awesome because the weather's crappy. It's raining. It should be camping season, but I'm going to tell you right now, Blackbeard Fire Starters, if you guys check them out, you guys should. If you haven't checked them out, they're amazing products for camping. I don't know if you've seen them at all, Richie, but they're guaranteed to work no matter if it's raining, snowing,
wet,
you can do whatever. So if you guys want to go to blackbeardfire.com/beardlaws, and it will actually work. Cool friends of the show, and we're going to we're gonna help them out. We're gonna do some big things, and hopefully it's there.
For everybody that was on the Tuesday, that was there for the Tuesday show, good news, we found Euban.
That is true. They weren't worried because
bad news, he's in jail.
Yeah. No, good news, we lost him in the Smoky Mountains.
Yes. We didn't make it a thing. We just told him he kind of had the night off, and then there was a little bit of some pure panic. We couldn't find him. Zach and myself did some research, but either way, he was on vacation. Just forgot to tell us.
He did not get
in
a
Tennessee
motor vehicle accident.
No, he's in South Carolina. South Carolina. I don't
come to the real Smoky Mountains.
Every mountain that Dubin's in is Smoky.
Carolina.
So either way, we are going to do the best mustaches, but if you're just joining, we will go ahead. We'll put the bracket up. You guys vote on every single matchup. You know the routine. If you're new here, let us know in the comments that you are new here, and we will do that. But just real quick too, check out the Deluxe Edition Network, The Den. Super proud to be a part of that network. Amazing guys. I've had so many great conversations, some pointers, some tips. We've really had some good chats. They spread this show like crazy, and we do the same thing with their shows too, especially the podcast of the month, which is Horsing Around and The Real Drunks. Because you see that like real REEL, like movies. They talk about movies and get drunk. It's pretty cool. Check them out if you want. DeluxeEditionNetwork.com. Link is in the description. Brandon, Richie, appreciate you guys. Everybody keeps Toby's missing. I said it earlier. I'll say it again. He's having some technical difficulties. He will be here. Okay. So Toby will be here. Everybody calm your tits. He's going to be here. He's the internet service provider, which we did already say is just taking a dump right now. So that was going to be the segue for taking a dump, but I missed my opportunity. So, all right. Brandon, stash looks good. Week's been good. I know that the next couple of weeks are going to be a little hectic for you, but they're going to be good. You got some good stuff happening, and I'm super excited for you and proud of you. And there might be some times where Brandon might not be able to make it because there's going to be some things going for him. It's not my business to talk about. You'll hear all about it at some point. But so there might be some times there. So we'll get Richie on there. Logan is not here because he actually joined a softball league. And there's a lot of games on Thursday. He didn't get fired. Logan isn't. He's still part of the show when he can be. He's really fulfilling his life of happiness, pursuit of happiness, like that Will Smith movie or something, but mixed with some bad news bears and a little bit of some gym class. But he's playing some softball. He'll be back in like September. Because he was like, I can make it tonight, but it's one of those things like if you're you got to draft and then be here. Like that's kind of how the show works. So speaking of how the show works, you guys want to see the bracket?
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's see it.
It looks pretty slick.
Oh, I didn't go full screen on it. Let me go full screen on it. So we went with the blue this week because apparently everybody's like, oh, yellow, so much yellow.
Well, you were wearing a yellow Finlay hat with a yellow pullover, and it was a yellow background.
Oh, that's not what we
with
want.
Yellow decals.
We'll put it up on the big screen, I guess.
You had squeezed cheese in your mustache.
Love squeezed cheese. Oh, look at this view. Pressing all the buttons. Oh, I don't like that
Ooh,
one.
I like that.
Oh,
no, go back to that one. 'Cause that's kind of like the ghetto clouds when you die. Like,
what are you talking about?
you don't remember? You know what I'm talking about? Like when somebody dies and their family puts them in like the ghetto price, like Sears photo collage where it's like them feathered out into like the clouds with the rays of light around them. No.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't like where this conversation is turning. We should steer back to that.
Yeah.
Right, anyway.
Yeah.
Look at the brackets.
Yeah, we're gonna look at the brackets and we're gonna go from there. So here's the matchup. Obviously, Burt Reynolds was the 1 seed. He's in the top right here with this blue thing. Tom Selleck, the 2 seed. Nick Offerman, the 3 seed. Sam Elliott, the 4. Ron Burgundy, the 5. And Borat is the 6. And then we have the matchups here. We're going to start with the 16-17 matchup, work our way down here. Then we're going to walk over to here with the 15 through 18. And the last one is going to be Teddy Roosevelt taking on Ned Flanders. Where else in the entire world would you think that you would hear Teddy Roosevelt versus Ned Flanders? Nowhere here but the Beard Laws podcast. So we're super excited to do this, and there's some good ones. All right. Usually Toby gets on here and says, hey, if you don't know the person, he does it much better, but I'm going to summarize it because I can't be Toby. And then when the internet gets better, he'll definitely pop in and remind everybody. But if you don't know the matchup, you don't know someone, and you didn't do your homework, that's on you. Don't vote and just don't skew the votes. And,
or use Google real quick. Like,
yeah,
it's free and easy and fast.
It's GOOGLE.com. All right, there was a couple of people in here that I didn't know last week, so I looked it up there in the show, and now I know. And it doesn't matter though because I don't vote. You guys vote, and I'm sorry, I'm excited for this. What do you guys think? Initially, we're going to put our guesses in there, and if anybody wants to submit a bracket, go to beacons.ai/beardlaws, download it real quick, get it in, and you guys will be good to go. I'll put the link in there if you guys want. So what do you guys thinking? Initial thoughts, and then we'll jump right into this.
I think cartoons are going to do pretty well.
Yeah.
I don't think historical figures are going to do as well as you would think.
I agree with that.
And I think there's a couple of names that I'm definitely not going to say. So hopefully you guys have my back on that people didn't do the homework on, and I think they're going to struggle a little bit. What I did too is my daughter, she loves doing the brackets, and the whole entire family, we fill them out, we check them out. This one was a little tough because they didn't. So showed them a lot of the brackets and stuff in my brain while I was showing them. I have one in my brain that I'm going to put in the private chat that I personally think was the coolest, best mustache of all of them. Do I think it's going to win? No, but there's a mustache that I truly do love that I think was the best stash in this group of 25, and I'm excited for this. Hopefully, go ahead, Richie.
I think a couple mustaches in this group are going to be, everybody knows them, and it's going to be like pop culture type stuff. So those are the ones I think are going to do the best, like from funny movies or, I don't want to say names, so I'm trying to.
Yes. Kind of like Cheers, where everybody knows your name. If everybody knows your stash, you're going to do well. Speaking of stashes, you want a great stash? You want to style that stash? Check out Copper John's beard. You can use code Producer Zac, not Jack. There's no Producer Jack.
There's not. No.
Producer Zac. You can use. Brandon has a code. Toby has a code. I have a code. Richie doesn't have one yet, but if you ever want one, Richie, I'll hook you up. I know a guy. Either way, Copper John's beard, or you can go to thebestbeardproducts.com. Thebestbeardproducts.com.
And if you fill out your bracket and you're the winning bracket, you win a $20 Copper John's gift card.
It's that easy.
Isn't that friggin' cool, guys?
It's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool, guys. I almost just ended the broadcast instead of clicking back on the comment section. Whoopsies.
Don't do that.
Oops.
Thankfully,
so
they did.
Like, cool guys? Like
9-minute podcast. That's a new thing.
How'd it go? Bad.
Who won? Nobody. Next video. All right.
Tune
in
next week.
Yeah, tune in next week to find out who won from the last 2 weeks. All right, let's get into this. I'm going to get the first poll going. As you can see here, the first matchup we are going to do, Charlie Chaplin versus Frederick That's a fucking tough one.
Nietzsche.
That's how that says?
Friedrich Nietzsche.
That's not how you say that.
I've
I
always
believe
heard
you.
It doesn't matter. I don't care.
It's
but I've heard
Nietzsche.
Nietzsche.
Or Nietzsche. It's Nietzsche or Nietzsche, one of those.
Who wins this matchup? Let me put it in here.
I'm like nervous that Dyson wants to talk to me.
Oh no, it's a good thing.
Okay.
I know about it.
Okay.
All right, it's a good thing.
Thanks.
I volunteered you for some work.
Okay, that's fine. I'm into that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good.
So who wins this matchup? I'm gonna ask the community right. Meow. All right.
Right now.
So there's a YouTube delay. We can talk about this. What do you guys think between Charlie Chaplin and Friedrich Nietzsche?
Well, I think Charlie Chaplin doesn't have a chance because Charlie Chapman had the better mustache of the two, and Charlie Chapman didn't make the bracket. Charlie Chaplin did. So
It's true. That's
okay.
true.
And for anybody that doesn't know,
But
Chaplin has the very small, slightly bigger mustache than a very shitty person in the world.
Yes.
It's a little bit bigger, a little more. It's very iconic. It's not how cool he was. Obviously, he was what? Was he British or English?
who? Chaplin?
Yeah,
I think he was from like Akron, Ohio.
I know he was. No, he wasn't.
He's-
He was English or British or something, wasn't he? He's a comic.
I'm pretty sure he's American.
Was he? I thought. Oh,
Oh,
think.
no,
Don't
Matthew
quote me
is
on
right.
that. I don't know.
He was born in London and died in Switzerland. So we can go fuck ourselves.
no, you don't have to go that far. I just knew that I didn't know if he was British, English.
Oh, he's
something or other.
British.
I never
died
heard
in
him talk, so.
Switzerland. Yeah, that's true.
And Frederick, he's
Nietzsche.
definitely not American.
I think he's Austrian.
From the
Yeah, but what are the chances? How many people do you think know Chaplin versus Nietzsche? How was it? That still didn't help me. The phonetics. 'Cause I'm
Frederick
from the
Nietzsche.
South.
Nietzsche.
Knee
Nietzsche.
Chi.
Great stash though. He does have a very iconic stash, very thick, almost. If I had to remember looking at it, it's like a bigger, thicker stash than probably like Tom Selleck-ish, right?
Oh, it was like I forgot the gentleman's name, but the mustachio judge at the beard competition that I was at.
Oh, Bob Baker.
Yes,
Robert
Bob Baker. Yes, it is like a Robert Baker mustache on steroids.
Between the two, in my opinion, Friedrich has the better mustache. But right now, 64% of the people have voted that Charlie Chaplin moves on to take on Burt Reynolds.
But was he silent?
Oh well, he will be silenced most likely. We're being honest.
All right. So moving on, let's keep her moving. I forgot to do that in there. The next matchup is going to be Steve Harvey taking on the Swedish Chef.
They sound the same at
Ooh.
times.
This is a good one. This is a very good for a 9 and 24.
We work with the Swedish Chef.
We got a guy that talks like that.
Yeah, he's got the mustache and everything.
Don't insult the Swedish Chef like that.
I know.
You think they? I'm gonna say
The Swedish Chef smells like cake. Our guy does not smell like cake.
so. Here's the matchup: Steve Harvey, Swedish Chef. Feel free to vote, Brandon. What do you think about this one?
Well, I would say, everybody loves a Swedish Chef. He's cutesy. But if you look at Steve Harvey, that mustache is iconic. If you were to just see him, like just the silhouette of his head on a drawing and that mustache, you would know who it was.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how iconic it is. And so without that mustache, Steve Harvey, it's his identity, right? So
You aren't kidding. I mean,
Well, what about age stuff? Like, it depends on the age group of the viewers and stuff like that. How many people actually know who the Swedish Chef is? Obviously we know because we grew up with, the Muppets and Jim Henson and all that kind of stuff. But is it really that big anymore? Muppets?
I don't think so. I thought you said AIDS.
I
instead of
also
age at
thought
first.
he said AIDS stuff, but I was just gonna not
Age.
I was like, we don't
Age.
You guys know that AIDS stuff?
age.
I'm
You
like,
know the AIDS stuff? Right?
Anyway,
Didn't the Swedish
moving-
Chef die? or
Moving
something?
past AIDS, there's a whole subreddit dedicated to people that Photoshop Steve Harvey's mustache out of pictures of him. So
there really is.
speaking of mustaches, AIDS.
hey, Freddie Mercury is later in the bracket. All right.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh.
All right, I'm not going to make any more judge. All right, moving on with 86% of the votes, Steve Harvey. Sorry, the Swedish Chef. You've given it a good run. We'll see if you can make it on another appearance here. All right, next up, we have Bill the Butcher. Mark Twain. And it was the, which actor was it? Daniel Day-Lewis, Bill the Butcher versus Mark Twain. I'm interested to see how many of our viewers can read and know who Mark Twain is.
An edgy 22-year-old Zach Sweeney was $350 away from getting from getting a fucking cringy Daniel Day-Lewis Bill the Butcher tattoo, like big. Like I was gonna get it like mid chest all the way across my pec up onto my shoulder.
Yikes.
Yeah. Glad I didn't do that.
That is
not that I don't like the film or I don't like how Daniel Day-Lewis performed in that, but down the line, and every fuckboy that retired from the military after 4 years as an infantryman, they've probably got that tattoo. It's like the Bill the Butcher tattoo and the blue cord. And that's not a diss on the servicemen. It's just a very popular tattoo.
Or women.
Our service people.
All right.
Improve your face, Zach. No, Grim. You're piling on a Logan today, and you can keep going on that path. I'm the one that's here. I'm the stepdad. I stepped up.
Okay, but we're all here, so let's share the mic. Let's share the mic, Zach. Nobody cares about your tattoos. We see it. You are in the image without a shirt and a tattoo.
Hell yeah, brother.
You got the seal kissed by a rose. All right, moving on. 64% of the votes. Mark Twain. Sorry that I offended you all in saying that you guys can't read, and you were like, watch this.
They had to read Tom Sawyer in school, right? Like most people.
That's probably fair. I don't know. We come from all different states, so I guess that is something to consider. This next one, I'm interested because I feel like this
is a fun word in his book that you cannot say.
Oh, can't say that anymore. I'm interested to see how this one goes. It's Wilford Brimley taking on Salvador Dali or Delay or however some people say it.
Dolly.
It's Dali.
Delia. He's related to Chris D'Elia.
All right. The number 13, the number 20, which we found out doesn't really matter in this one. Wilford Brimley, Salvador D. What do you guys think of this one?
If we were
diabetes, that's what I think of it.
Yeah, I mean that's going to win out, I think. But if we were to show pictures of the two, I'm much more of a fan of the Wilford Brimley style mustaches. But Salvador Dali had one of the most iconic mustaches in history.
It's a very unique one, right?
And there was a couple different styles that he did. Some were like really gapped and close. One was really long. Like some were like Prince-like, very pencil thin. It depends which one. I love that some of them were freestyled, but I'm going to tell you right now, if Logan's in the chat watching, he's definitely going with some Quaker Oats and that mustache. Dude, love some Quaker Oats.
I bought some yesterday.
Did you really?
Yeah. Doctor says I need more fiber.
Interesting. Did you eat any yet?
No, I should enough, but for some reason I need more fiber.
Huh. Well, Doc, I bought them, so that's good enough, right? I'm thinking fiber.
I hold it in my hands.
Interesting. All right. Moving on with 67% of the votes. I'm telling you, Logan's in here persuading the chat with his votes. Wilford Brimley moves on 70% of the votes. Love it. All right. So here's a quick bracket update. Charlie Chaplin is going to take on Burt Reynolds in the second round. Steve Harvey versus Mark Twain. Sam Elliott is going to take on Wilford Brimley, and Hulk Hogan or Wario are going to square off right here, and they're going to take on Ron Burgundy.
Ron Burgundy?
Hulk Hogan and Wario. This is going to be good. Two very different mustaches, two very different people.
Genres.
Yeah.
And this is who would win in a fight.
It is not.
Oh, this is who.
So
let me tell you something, brother.
If you're a gamer or an old school Gen Z guy or an older millennial, you'll be able to see Wario's mustache in your head when you hear his name.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, I think, can see Hulk Hogan's mustache in their head when you just hear his name. His mustache is much more iconic, I would say, on the general populace. And I probably would also say it's a better mustache because, I don't know. I don't even think Wario has the best mustache within his video game universe.
Fair. Yeah. And I don't know. Like I said, Hulk Hogan, and, both iconic, like Brandon said. There's just one that sticks out more to me. Richie, what do you think?
Hulk Hogan, brother.
Hell yeah. Producer Zac.
Hulk Hogan.
I'm going to go with Wario just to be against the counter. Well, against the current.
Fair enough. 100% of the votes went with the wave, or whatever the current went with the current. There isn't a single person who's swimming back against that current. Hulk Hogan moves on with. Is this our first 100-0?
No, we had 100-0 at a different point.
Okay, first one today, but I just didn't remember. 100% Hulk Hogan moving on to take on Ron Burgundy. Wow. Left side of the bracket, done.
I just want to point out, though, that Hulk Hogan beat Wario worse than Toby and Angel beat Backsits and Steroids.
Oh, Jesus. You're in a mood. It's not our fault that your doctor says you need more.
Because Toby's not here.
Toby is here. That's the thing.
Anymore.
That's the thing. He knows that Toby is backstage. Yes, he's hanging out.
Didn't. Hey, look, it's Toby. He's right there.
He's been there. Oh, now he's gone. Whoa!
And he's gone.
Did you guys see that magic trick?
He felt his green screen fell on.
Oh, you guys can't see it. I'm sorry. Yeah, so he made himself disappear. That's fucking creepy. I didn't like that.
A Great Dane ate him.
Toby, make yourself come back.
Oh, now he doesn't have a shirt on.
Oh, put that away. All right. Anyways, yeah, calm him down. Yeah, that's what I thought too, Wrath. But apparently, Zac did say that we had another one before, and I have the memory of a gnat. So, all right, who wins this matchup? It's a bug, I think, right?
No.
Who wins this matchup? Speaking of bugs, neither of these probably. Maybe 1-8 bugs. Albert Einstein, Wyatt Earp.
I bet you Wyatt Earp ate a fly in his beans before.
And this, I'm going to go on record here with saying that one of these, in my opinion, has probably my favorite or the best mustache in the entire draft.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Are we talking about the actual Wyatt Earp or Kurt Russell?
I believe Toby said the actual Wyatt Earp.
I believe
Kurt Russell's was close to the actual.
True. I mean, a couple of the pictures, obviously, but the one picture of Wyatt Earp, like where he's got kind of the headshot, the vintage, almost like the vintage Whaler pic near Zac in that one, legendary mustache.
It's huge.
I mean, huge. Billy Facillo would have even said huge. But Wyatt Earp and Albert Einstein obviously Brandon kind of said in the draft show. It's kind of something to think about, like which mustache when that person takes that mustache off, you're like, God damn, is that even the same person? And Albert Einstein without one, that's got to be a goddamn right
sin or something.
All the power is in the stash, I think. So moving on, 64% of the votes, Wyatt Earp. Wyatt Earp is going to move on to take on Tom Selleck.
Right. And I think you were going with Wyatt Earp as one of your favorites, correct?
Correct. Yep. Yeah. I think it's an amazing mustache. It's probably, honestly, my favorite in the entire. But is it the best one? There's a lot of things. And, maybe it's the best fitting, like Brandon said, the one that you shave off and you're like, holy shit, there's a lot of things that could be the best. And what ours is the best isn't the best for the viewers. So that's what makes these kind of live votes fun. This next one, though, this one's interesting. Freddie Mercury taking on Dr. Fu Manchu. One's a lot more fun to say.
We forgot about another doctor with a mustache. Damn it.
And we're talking iconic. I mean, it's not, you don't go out wanting to grow a Freddie Mercury mustache every day, but his mustache is as iconic as it gets as well. And of course, one of the great rock singers. Some people don't like him. he's respected as one of the greatest rock singers of all time, but I've met quite a few people who think he's completely overrated. It's wild. But
It's like my dad.
What was that?
It's like my dad. My
Yeah.
dad, he's like, Queen, that's a queer LGBTQ. I don't like it. Okay, whoa, Dad.
Whoa,
chill.
Dad, whoa.
He was an amazing music artist. He was awesome. Well, who cares who he loved?
Yep.
Jesus, Dad.
And for anybody, you know, the other way, the Dr. Fu Manchu, obviously, I'm assuming he was a real doctor. I don't really Google it, but there is an entire facial hair that is named after him called the Fu Manchu, whole category, whole thing. Yeah.
Is that a judgeable, recognized mustache style in
It
the
is.
bearding communities?
It is. Yep.
That's pretty cool.
Yep. Not a lot of participants in it, but
Hey!
What happened?
All right, Toby, say it. Do the thing.
I mean, we're past it.
No, I'm afraid it'll jinx it.
Yeah. Okay.
We're
We'll just keep
kind of
rolling.
hanging on by a thread at this point.
73% of the votes, Freddie Mercury wins. So let's get you caught up. This is what happened. Chaplin wins, Harvey wins, Twain wins, Wilford Brimley wins, Hulk Hogan wins, Wyatt Earp wins, Freddie Mercury wins. And now we're going to, I mean, who would have ever thought that we would get to have a show where you, the viewers, get to say who has a better mustache, Alex Trebek or Eddie Murphy? Because that is the next matchup. And if you're just joining, like Toby, you're all caught up. You're ready to go. Except for you're just listening to this only. You don't get to vote. You missed out. You have to come back in a couple Thursdays and do the thing. So welcome, Toby. Sorry that it's been a little bit of a shitty night for you, and we're gonna have a good rest of the time.
Dude, this thing was maxing out all day until like 5 minutes before the podcast.
Always do that. And what
They
was
know.
wild, I don't
They know.
think you did it on purpose. We were watching you, me and Zach, backstage, and you were sitting in your chair, and it was like you went, boop, you were fucking gone. Like, gone. And we were like, whoa. Like, at first we thought it was a green screen trick, and then I saw you eventually walk back in. I was like, holy shit, that's a leg. Like, you were just, boop, gone.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool. And then I was like, you guys see that? And they're like, no, we can't fucking see it because, we don't have that power. Look at that. It's a weird Brady Bunch.
Ooh.
All right, Alex Trebek versus Eddie Murphy. Pressing it. Meow.
Mow.
This is a tough one. This is
All right,
this
cue the music. Do, 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 do.
You guys know there is an interesting fact about why they used that song, right?
What's that?
So
Tell
the
me
short
why.
version, the normal version of it is exactly 30 seconds long, and the double jeopardy is exactly 60 seconds long.
Ooh. Interesting. Look at that. This is an educational show.
History podcast.
Yep.
The
pretty
more
much.
you know.
The more you know. All right, now you guys hit the Eddie Murphy song. Ready?
Eddie's girl likes to party all the time.
All
Party
alone.
all the time. Party all the time.
Yeah, Axel F. That's
Red leather
Eddie Murphy.
pants and no shirt underneath.
Oh, I was going with him as Donkey. That's right.
And then I saw her face,
Mm,
and
mm,
I'm a
mm, mm,
believer.
And I fucked that dragon.
It's true.
I
I mean,
mean,
they did have those cute little dragon donkey babies.
It's true.
they did. I forgot about that.
Oh,
All right, we are.
Didn't become Crazy Frog until over a decade later, I'd imagine.
We're at a 50-50 split right now. So we're just going to give the viewers another couple of seconds, not minutes. And we'll see if it doesn't change. If not, there's 5 of us in studio, so we will be able to break that tie. So I'm going to do the count from 5, and then we're going to do it in studio because it'll be fun. Closing it, still 50-50, right, Zach?
Oh, yeah, still 50-50.
All right, we're deciding in studio. All right, so let's start with this random person.
Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy with
Simple.
1.
The Murph.
Oh, Eddie Murphy with 2.
Who was Alex Trebek?
Ooh, 2-1.
The host of Jeopardy.
It's fucking Eddie Murphy.
3-1. Can't decide. But if you guys want to know my vote, I would also go with Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy moving on to take on Nick Offerman in a very solid role in Parks and Rec. All right.
Man's man.
This matchup I've honestly been waiting for all day. Teddy Roosevelt versus Ned Flanders. I don't know why I'm super excited about this one, but I'm very excited about this one.
If you think about it, they both have very similar mustaches.
They do.
But one of them's real.
Mm-hmm.
Ned Flanders is fucking real, dude.
Have you not seen the memes?
You
No,
know, I think this would be a good, them going against each other for best mustache, but also if they were like grease wrestle each other, I think this would be a great, wrestling bears. I think that would be great. Of course, Teddy Roosevelt would be interested. Flanders would be. Oh, sexy Flanders.
I was gonna say you're talking about physical confrontation. Fucking Teddy Roosevelt would be all over that.
Yep. Yeah. Have you ever seen the memes with like you said, the sexy Ned when he's just got like a 12-pack? Crazy.
I guess I'm not on Simpsons TikTok.
No, just like the actual show. There was for a little while, like there was a couple episodes I think where like the shirt came off and he was just like jacked.
Oh no shit!
It's
like,
on the hub.
cut.
You have to look for it on the hub.
Could be on the hub. Could be. All right, this one is 67%. One of them is in the lead.
It's got to be Ned. I don't have YouTube up because with the internet being so shaky, I'm just leaving everything. Just like this is all I have right now. This is it.
Angel's not even watching the show.
She is, but I think she might be on a different Wi-Fi.
How many Wi-Fis do you have?
69.
Two.
Why?
Twofer. Why not?
Why? Because we only get 50 meg, and I have a kid that games.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I asked because I didn't know that was an option. I live in an area where there's only one ISP, so
Well, you can still.
I
Yeah,
have
but
two internets.
We have two different lines coming into the house.
I'll
I
teach
didn't
you.
even know that was a thing. I'm sorry.
I shouldn't
That
tell
was-
Toby. I also have two internets, and both of them are a gig.
Well, yeah, but he's got fiber. I've got DSL, so I have two separate phone lines.
You
coming
got
in
some
my house.
dick sucking lips, Toby.
And this is why I can't have a mature conversation with you. You don't know how to
And
do
this
it.
is why you'll never know about routers. Moving on was Ned Flanders. Yeah, come on, Zach. Just let the adults talk here for a minute.
All
Jesus
right,
Christ.
sorry,
We got to put you back at the kid table so you can eat your fiber, take good dumps, take big boy dumps.
Eat your fiber.
All right. Ned Flanders moves on to take Borat. The first round is official, like a referee with a whistle. Burt Reynolds is going to take on Charlie Chaplin. Thank God the 17 seed's gone. Steve Harvey is going to take on Mark Twain. Sam Elliott is going to take on Wilford Brimley. Hulk Hogan is going to take on Ron Burgundy. Tom Selleck is going to take on Wyatt Earp. Freddie Mercury is going to take on Yosemite Sam. Nick Offerman is going to take on Eddie Murphy. Ned Flanders is going to take on Borat. Man, I'm excited for that. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do it.
Did you put yourself backstage?
Put himself in timeout.
Oh. What are we doing?
Huh?
Gee, what are we doing here?
What are you
We're
talking
We're
about?
playing musical chairs. All right, here we go. Let's do the thing. First matchup of the second round to be Burt Reynolds and Charlie Chapman. Chaplin, not Chapman. What the fuck? See, Richie, what you have me doing now?
What you did, Richie? Do you see what
sorry.
you've done?
I'm sorry, my tard wore off on you.
Here we go. Voting is live, so we can talk about it. Who wants to talk about it? Nobody?
So who? It's Charlie Chaplin versus who?
Oh, you
What's-
almost did
what's-
it.
What?
Burt Reynolds.
Turd Ferguson.
Oh, what's the talk about? Like,
I mean,
let's be honest here. Burt Reynolds is that. How do you beat that?
with
I mean,
Tom
we're
Selleck.
And listen, Chaplin was my pick, but we're going to. It's a Hitler mustache versus the Bandit, for crying out loud.
Amen, brother.
I'm telling you, man. Like the epic, the one that should. I don't know if it'll hit or not, but Tom Selleck versus Burt Reynolds would be the pinnacle final round on this.
Would be wild. Would be wild. We did have 100-0 backstage earlier, Toby. Hulk Hogan beat Wario 100% to nothing. Yeah.
That is our first 100, I think.
That
I thought so too,
24-inch
Zach said-
python ran
I'm pretty
wild
sure there's
all over.
one.
Do you want to share what you said, Zach?
What's that?
You want to share what you said?
Oh, of course I do. I would just pointed out that Hulk Hogan beat Wario worse than you guys beat steroids and backsets.
Yes, that's true. But that's because we have smart ass people in the comment section.
He said smart ass, not smart. Just throwing that out there.
Also, just to point out, because I think bullying and peer pressure is bad. I think last week somebody bullied Angel about her profile pic, and I want MySpace Angel back. I don't want current Angel. I want MySpace Angel pic back.
That was Toby on the Tuesday show.
Was that Toby on the Tuesday show?
It's like, Jesus, that profile pic.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Bring back MySpace Angel. That's
What's
funny.
I'm sorry, Zach. What's wrong with her current profile?
Yeah.
nothing. I just like the MySpace vibe is more my vibe. That's all.
I think your wife likes my wife's profile picture just fine.
I like the way Angel
I-
looks now. Not that she wasn't like she looked beautiful now, but she's like a fine
True.
wine. She's aged very well and is
What is-
beautiful.
What does tree mean?
Hot tree. Tree's my wife.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
There we go. All right. Now that we're all on the same page,
Oh, okay.
let's
Gotcha.
we'll cite it back in.
Shoot.
Steve Harvey versus Mark Twain. I mean, this for me
Mm.
is an easy choice, but it's not
Mm.
about me. It's about the viewers. What do you guys think?
I think Steve Harvey has the cleanest short mustache of all time. Without
Well,
a
yeah,
doubt. And it's like perfectly symmetrical. It is a
It really is.
rarity.
Do you think
It's
he
gonna be-
trims it himself?
Mm-mm.
He's had it like that. He's had it like that ever since he first started stand up, and he was poor as shit. So my vote is yes.
Do you think it just grows in all like natural like that, like a Joe
I
Dirt
think it
stash
just
grows in?
stays like that forever. I don't think he does shit to it.
He's probably
anymore.
had laser hair removal for the rest or something. It just grows just there.
I'd
All he has
accept
to do
that.
is trim.
Would you guys be mind blown if it was like a mustache toupee, and it has been all along?
Like a lip merkin?
Well, here's the thing. It's gonna depend on what the viewers decide on, which is more iconic. Is it gonna be more iconic because of its smoothness, its cleanliness, or the size of it?
I
It
mean,
is
Twain
big.
and like we were saying before, Twain and Einstein have very similar mustaches, and
Yeah.
both of them have that really nice full. I mean, like full
Mhm.
mustache, like takes up their entire upper half of their face.
And not only that, it's full. Like it has
Yeah.
height.
Yeah.
Like
And the viewers do agree. 73% went Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey versus Burt Reynolds. Get excited for that Elite 8 matchup because that's a doozy. Sorry, Brandon, if I cut you off.
No, you're good. I was going to say I would agree with Jennifer in the chat.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Well, and that goes right to what Zach or my apologies to exactly what Brandon was saying last week. That'll never happen again, Brandon. You got to try to picture these people without them, and does that add to the like bonus points of the mustache?
Very true. All right, let me show you guys the bracket real quick. So we have Burt Reynolds and Steve Harvey. Now we have Sam Elliott versus Wilford Brimley. Then Hulk Hogan versus Ron Burgundy. Shit is going down. Wow, this is going to be a tough one. Good luck to the viewers voting this one. Sam Elliott, legendary. Wilford Brimley.
Ooh, I'm going to be
Legendary.
mad at this one. I just know I'm going to be mad at this one.
Yeah. Brandon,
I'm
what are you
so
thinking,
mad.
Brandon? With your epic stash, Sam Elliott, Wilford Brimley. Is it even a contest?
Both of them are nice, but I think the Sam Elliott, the cleaner, and of course it's changed. If you look up Sam Elliott's picture, you'll see 20 different mustaches and some without. But his, what was it? Wasn't Wyatt Earp? What was the damn movie called that he was in?
He was
the
in
man
Wyatt
who
Earp.
killed the man who killed Bigfoot and then Hitler.
No, was it Wyatt Earp that he was in?
He was in Wyatt
He's
Earp.
in Tombstone.
Tombstone. That's the
Yeah.
one.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah. Tombstone.
Yeah.
He said Wyatt Earp, and I
Yeah. No.
immediately
Yeah.
pictured all
That's
the
what I was thinking. I was
characters.
thinking the movie about Wyatt Earp, but not the Costner one, right?
He plays Virgil Earp.
That
Yeah,
mustache.
That mustache is unreal. Unreal.
He's
Yep.
Isn't he in a TV show too?
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
in the ranch.
It's called The Ranch
Ranch.
on Netflix.
Yeah.
It's really good. What
I just
the
love Sam
fuck are
Elliott.
Uggs?
Yeah.
He's got the voice too.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
a Dodge Ram.
All right. Sam Elliott, 86% of the votes, moves on. Not a bit of a shocker here to take on the winner of Hulk Hogan, the apparently not first 100%er, taking on Ron Burgundy. So this is going to be good. This is going to be good. Couple of different, obviously stashes, but a couple different people.
Oh, I'm not going to be mad at this one now. Okay, I'm not mad.
Good. Life's good.
I'm happy.
Hulk Hogan, Ron Burgundy. Here we go. Again, don't listen to Zach when he says it's who's going to win in a fight, because we both know Ron Burgundy wins in this fight.
Ron
Burgundy fighting Anchorman.
hands down. He definitely wins that one hands down.
Yep.
Brick comes in with a hand grenade and kills all of
Comes in with a hand
NWO.
grenade and a trident.
Yeah. What the fuck's on your feet?
What the fuck's on your feet? These are Uggs. What the fuck are Uggs?
So good. All right, Hulk Hogan, Ron Burgundy. What do you guys think of it? I know, Richie, I'm going to start with you because you did the cool little move in the first round. So I want to see what you think about this one.
I'm a little biased on this one. I'm going to go with the Anchorman, man.
Yeah. It's a
Will
solid
Ferrell.
choice.
Listen, that Ron Burgundy mustache is definitely a classic too. Fictional character or not, chef's kiss.
It's good. It fits the genre of the character, the era, his face. Like, it's good.
So what was my question? What was the era of the first Anchorman? Was that the 70s?
70s, yeah.
I would definitely say 70s.
70s, late 70s, early 80s? Because that definitely is that era of mustache for sure.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they reference a sports team winning something, and it actually pins down the year. I can't remember what it is though.
Yeah, I don't. But
Yeah,
either way, pretty good. Awesome. What a film. What a mustache. All right. We have a winner, 64% of the votes. Moving on to take on Sam Elliott, Hulk Hogan. 64% of the votes.
Can we throw down some interesting Ron Burgundy trivia then, since he's not moving on?
No, sure.
How about one?
Yeah.
It's
you get one.
It's two quick ones.
No, you get one.
They go together.
No,
choose wisely.
You got to choose wisely.
The mustache is real in Anchorman,
Well, yeah, I would imagine.
but the hair is fake.
Yes.
Okay.
1974, by the way.
That's interesting because the mustache is real for Hulk Hogan, but the muscles are steroids.
That's true.
That is very true. Left side of the bracket's done. Burt Reynolds versus Steve Harvey in the third round. Sam Elliott versus Hulk Hogan to go into the final four. Let's go to the right side of the bracket. We have Tom Selleck versus Wyatt Earp, Freddie Mercury taking on Yosemite Sam, Nick Offerman versus Eddie Murphy, and Ned Flanders versus Borat. There's some matchups over here. Let's do the thing. All right. First up is going to be Tom Selleck versus Wyatt.
Ooh.
So Wyatt Earp's mustache is fucking absolutely gorgeous. It's the mustache that made me say someday I'm going to grow facial hair and I want it to look like that. And I went back and I looked because I remember saying it was in Tombstone when I saw it and I was like, oh yeah. And then just the other day I was like, you know what did the real Wyatt Earp? It looked exactly the fucking same.
Yeah.
I mean, exactly. I was like, oh, it can grow like that. I mean, not on this face, but it can for somebody.
Here's the thing. Wyatt Earp was a
can't see
real
Tom Selleck without it.
Wyatt Earp was a real person with a real mustache like that.
Mm-hmm.
Tom Selleck just played in westerns.
Quickly Down Under was pretty fucking legit.
That is a freaking good movie. I love that movie.
That's a great. If nobody here has
I'm an
ever
old
seen
Western
Quickly
fan,
Down
you know.
Under, whoa, that
It's
movie is
good.
great.
Isn't that where the whole dingo ate my baby came from?
Yes.
Yeah. The dingo ate my baby. What?
And I mean, let's be honest, though, Tom Selleck's stash is pretty iconic, definitely because of it.
Magnum PI.
Magnum PI. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's solid, but is it the best? We'll have to continue to find out. But 75% of the votes said that it is better than Wyatt Earp's.
You're wrong.
And he's going to move on to take on the winner of Freddie Mercury.
So you
Yosemite
ain't
Sam.
wrong.
I said it in the first round, and I continue, and I'll say it now, even though he's gone. I really thought that Wyatt Earp had the best mustache in the entire bracket. Maybe it's a tough run with going against Tom Selleck, but I truly think that his was the
It's just
best
because
in my
people know
opinion.
Tom Selleck's name.
If anybody ever gave me the option to fucking choose any mustache present through history to have for the rest of my life, that'd be it. It'd be
Wyatt
Wyatt
Earp
Earp.
for sure.
Absolutely.
It would require a lot more wax and stuff in the stash, like food and beer, but it.
Oh
Definitely
God, why
good.
did I not pick Neil Patrick Harris's fucking mustache from A Million Ways to Die in the West? Fuck.
That'd have been good. I know every time we do these shows, it's like, oh, why didn't I do that? Why did? All right, next matchup is Freddie Mercury and Yosemite Sam. Voting is live. This is going to be interesting. We have Freddie Mercury, and we have a cartoon character. Brandon did have a prediction earlier that cartoon characters would do fairly well, and we'll have to see if this is the first one that advances or there's only one left.
This would be one of those one
again.
Yosemite
is-
Sam, Freddie Mercury.
Yep.
Oh,
This is another one where I think age does play it. I would say age plays a difference, but not really because both of them are no longer around.
But yeah.
well, I mean, you still have truckers have those back off mud flaps
Yeah.
all over the
Mhm.
place.
But he's no longer around because he had guns. But that's a big mustache
There's a
and a little man.
septic company around here that is actually up the road from me, and it has a picture of him, Yosemite Sam, and it says back off, this not milk we're hauling. Big logo on the back.
I would say Yosemite Sam has a nice combination of that Wyatt Earp mixed with some Fu Manchu at the bottom there.
Yeah.
It's a hefty fucking mustache.
You aren't kidding.
Had to have
It's-
weighed as much as his body. Jesus, he was a tiny little guy.
Yeah, no, it's pretty epic, and we're at 50-50. So I'm
Mhm.
gonna go ahead and give the countdown, and then we're gonna vote in studio because it's always fun to do that. Oh, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. 50-50, right?
Call it.
Calling it 50-50. He saw it. I saw it in studio, voting to decide for the second time a tiebreaker. Freddie Mercury, Yosemite Sam. Let's go here first because I know what you're going to pick.
Freddie Mercury.
Freddie Mercury. Okay. 1-0. Let's go here.
Yosemite Sam.
Ooh, 1-1.
Yosemite Sam is my jam.
Ooh, that rhymes. 2-1.
As somebody who went to school to be an animator, I have to go with Yosemite Sam.
3-1. My vote doesn't matter, but I'm going Yosemite Sam. Not because they did, but I always, whenever I rank a beard, look at a beard, I always give bonus points to ginger beards.
And
there's the bonus
size.
point.
Size kind of matters there, right?
That's good. I mean, both good mustaches. Definitely top 25 for sure. Yosemite Sam is going to move on to take on Tom Selleck. Next one. A man, two men that need no introduction. Nick Offerman, playing in Parks and Rec. That was the character, correct?
Yep.
Kaufman was not the character though.
He
No,
played
he's
Ron
the-
Swanson.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Ron
Ron
Swanson.
Swanson.
But it was his Nick Offerman stash as Ron Swanson in Parks and Rec and Eddie Murphy.
Ooh.
No, we'll say there was an episode in Parks and Rec where he got back with his ex and she got him to shave his mustache off. And holy fuck, Nick Offerman without a mustache. First of all, he looks like I don't know if anybody here has ever seen Bill Murray's younger brother.
Yes.
He looks like a fat version of Bill Murray's younger brother. Like
Yeah.
very close looking dudes. Yeah, I was like, what?
Were those episodes where she had him put like cornrows and stuff in?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's wearing like the he's
Yeah.
wearing the kimura, not the
Yeah,
kimura.
yeah.
Kimura is an arm, an elbow lock, kimono. There you go.
Yeah.
There was a role that he played at one point too, where he had like the whaler, where he had the beard and then no mustache. When I was doing some Google searches, and it looks weird. He
Adams has
looks
a full beard.
Yeah. Definitely a guy that can grow a sweet stash. I like him. I mean, this is a tough one. I really hope this one doesn't go to studio because I would be definitely very torn on this one.
With him, it's also the demeanor. His demeanor with everything is just he's very always calm because he's so confident in everything he's saying. He's just so matter of fact.
Yep.
This one's an easy decision for me, surprisingly, even though I love Eddie Murphy.
Yep. And moving on, 64% of the votes, Nick Offerman. And that would have been my vote if we were voting in studio. I think it's a fantastic mustache. Fantastic. Next one, Ned Flanders taking on Borat. And then we're going to jump into the third round, the Elite 8. 4 matchups left after this one. 4 + 1 is 5, Zach. That's how many are left.
That's correct.
I know it's not 2 routers, but it's 4 + 1 is 5. Ned Flanders versus Borat. Man, this one's tough. This one's tough. They're not going to get easier.
I really think that, like, if I were to shave mine straight, that'd be about the Borat because it'd be like almost squared off right here.
And definitely get it a little bit bushier, but yeah.
Yeah, I'd have to let this fill out more. I trim for length, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
isn't his like separated in the center too, though? Or is
no,
his connected?
It's solid.
That's
I thought for whatever reason, I thought it was like 2 different pieces.
I think
Well,
when
I
he
mean,
smiles,
Sacha
you
Baron-
see his little.
Sacha Baron Cohen, when he's played a million different characters, but in Sweeney Todd, he's the barber and he has a pretty cool mustache in it too. It's where it's kind of twirled up. What do you call that?
The old Raleigh finger.
Handlebars kind of thing, but it's the thin one. I love that movie.
It's a solid stash. It to me, looking at it though, it looks like a stash that was like a beard was grown. They left the stash and cut the beard off, if that makes sense. Like I've seen stashes that are stashes, and you know what I mean? The dads, the baseball players back in the day, like those were stashes. This, to me, in a lot of the movie photos, it almost looks like he just shaved the beard off because you always have a little bit of stubble still on the chin, and almost like that 5 o'clock shadow because he just grows so much facial hair. Yeah, that, he's a beard grower with an epic stash like that. That's the vibe I get.
Isn't he like Armenian or something?
Who?
Sacha Baron Cohen.
He is. I have his Wikipedia up right now. He's British.
British.
Oh. I wouldn't have guessed British. Huh. Decent chest hair too.
It comes down to Borat had his sister was the number 4 prostitute in all of Kazakhstan. Ned Flanders loved Jesus. So,
yeah. And the first thing when I look at this matchup and the result is I'm thinking Jesus because it's 82% Ned Flanders.
Wow.
Oh, Sang, to answer your question, the one that was in the movie Moving Violations. That's the brother. That's the Murray brother I'm talking about.
Here's the Elite 8. Burt Reynolds taking on Steve Harvey. Sam Elliott taking on Hulk Hogan. Tom Selleck taking on Yosemite Sam. Nick Offerman taking on Ned Flanders. Brandon, your prediction so far with the cartoon characters? 2 out of 3. Well, I don't know if Wario, I guess, would be cartoon, but close enough. And
well, it's official though.
What's that?
I broke the newbie shit.
I mean,
all yours are gone.
Oh, they're gone.
Yeah, they're all gone.
All right. Well, we have a thing around here. When your guys are gone, so are you. Just kidding. Say your goodbyes. Just kidding. No, that's not.
See y'all next Thursday.
Richie's like, all right, well,
all right, cool. Later.
I got gaming.
I'm gonna have to do some research next Thursday. Shit.
All right. Here we go. First matchup. And this is where shit gets real. Not that hasn't, but this is where it starts to get really interesting. Burt Reynolds taking on Steve Harvey. These guys are.
I feel like this is the hardest matchup of the what is it? We're at the top 8.
Yeah, the Elite 8. I mean, yeah, Burt Reynolds, Steve Harvey, tough. Sam Elliott, Hulk Hogan, it's pretty tough. Tom Selleck, Yosemite Sam, pretty tough. Nick Offerman and Ned Flanders, they could be the same person.
Yeah. I'm going to have to give the edge. I got to give the edge to, I think I'm going to have to give the edge to Burt Reynolds on this though. It's not as thick, but it's, I don't know. I think you're going to have to That's what I'd give it to.
I think what you're getting at now with these matchups, there are a lot of folks who they're all just maxed out when it comes to iconicness. You know how iconic their mustache is. Now it's just how do I like it? Is it one of my favorites? Is it the one that stands out to me? Is it the one that I wanted to grow up with when I was a kid? You know, versus others. So I agree with what you said, Toby. I love Steve Harvey's mustache, but would have to go with old Mr. Reynolds.
Yep, I think you can't go wrong with either of them, but I do agree with you guys. When I think best mustache in the two of them, the first thing that pops in my mind is Burt Reynolds. And the voters are thinking the same thing because 83% of them went Burt Reynolds.
I didn't think it'd be that much of a smoke show on it.
I'm surprised by that too, because Steve Harvey is current and is on everything. YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, there's Family Feud crap left and right, or him having some motivational speech on his show.
Yep.
Yeah, but hey,
by the way, if you've never seen
Bandit
Steve
lives
Harvey
on.
show, the Steve Harvey show is worth watching. Like it's actually a really good show.
Yeah. Agree. All right, next matchup, Sam Elliott versus Hulk Hogan.
Ooh.
I'm interested how this shakes out because
I really don't want to be upset tonight.
I don't want to be upset tonight either.
Don't fucking do the right thing here, people.
Do the right thing. And it's not running wild all over with 24-inch pythons. And
hey, Nita.
Hey, thanks, Nita. Paranormal Queen Reynolds.
That's gonna be a fucker, Dad.
I mean, it's not that hard. You got this.
Man, I shortened my name to 3 letters so that it was easier for me to spell.
Smell?
If this comes down to a decision, I will be able to decide who I can and cannot be friends with in this chat. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Hey, throw her comment back up on the screen for me.
I mean,
you could just say Nita. I'm sure that'll be fine.
Yeah, you can say Nita. I mean, I feel like you got this. You can spell all of those words. I can say all of those words, which is tough for me. And Reynolds, she's actually now related to Burt Reynolds, so congratulations for that. So,
oh, well.
Yeah.
What an honor.
All right, well, we are at 50-50.
Son of a... We're about to find out.
But just not this matchup. Not this match. We were at 50-50. This one's 82%. Hulk Hogan.
Richie was about to go out the window, man.
There's a door right here. I can jump off that balcony. It's not a big deal.
85% of them. And Hulk Hogan is not advancing to the next round.
I love you. You hear me? I love you.
Got you good, you fucker.
Yours are awesome. I don't care what you say about them.
Burt Reynolds for Sam Elliott. That is a hell of a Final Four. Couldn't go wrong there.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be.
All right. Brandon. Tom Selleck. Yosemite Sam.
Tom Selleck or who?
Yosemite Sam. I thought I said it wrong at one point because you were like, who? And I'm like, God damn it, I'm not good at saying names.
You know, I know this isn't the matchup, but I actually enjoy his mustache. I like Selleck's mustache over Burt Reynolds, believe it or not. But
I believe it.
I got to go with Yosemite Sam on this one. I mean, it's thick, it's luxurious, it's girthy, and it's nearly double, what it should be on a person that size. So, yeah.
Well, now I'm wet.
I'd be happy to be her, It's a hell of a mustache ride to go on.
Oh.
Why is that?
Nope, it was Toby.
Oh, Toby. Oh, well, it moves.
Yeah, bye, Zach. Later, dude.
I can't remember if it was Toby or you, Matt. I kind of want Tom Selleck to win this, but I'm not sure he will. Just because Burt Reynolds is still in the running, right?
Yeah.
And I do think that is an epic clash up. Burt Reynolds versus Tom Selleck. And that's
assuming that Sam Elliott isn't gonna get by.
Yes,
Burt
true.
That's
absolutely
that's a tough one. All right, Tom Selleck, 77% of the votes, moves on to take on the winner of Nick Offerman and Ned Flanders. Sorry. Shit gets real down in the South.
Oh, this is crack Vegas.
Yep, Crack Vegas. Nick Offerman, Ron Swanson with the stash, taking on Ned Flanders. Pretty much, I'm sticking by my statement. They're very goddamn similar stashes. What do you think about this one, Brandon? I see you pondering.
You know, I know they're different people, but I would say they have a lot of similarities as characters as well.
Yep.
But I would say you got to go with Flanders on this. I love Nick Offerman's mustache, but that Flanders mustache is as iconic as it gets. Plus, he's like one of the most lovable characters in the whole show.
and he's been on way more episodes than Offerman has been.
Well, this is about the most iconic, right?
Yeah,
Or is
most
it-
iconic, best mustache. I think we worded
Okay,
it, but same,
well,
yeah.
Let's look at some things. How long was The Office on there
8
versus
years.
The Simpsons?
Yeah, Simpsons is iconic.
And The Simpsons goes way back. So
That is true.
I'm with y'all on this. Ned Flanders, as much as I want Nick Offerman, I
Yep.
think.
And I'm going to go on here. I'm going to kind of be on the fence because I think you can't go wrong with either. I think they are very, very similar. They're very great, and I love Offerman's mustache. Ned Flanders, great stash as well. We have a winner, 77% of the votes. Another blowout. Nick Offerman moves on.
Oh, okay.
Nick
All right.
Offerman. So we
That's sick.
have the number 1 seed, the number 4 seed, the number 2 seed, and the number 3 seed. I don't think we've ever had 1, 2, 3, and 4. Where? Ned Flanders just lost, so you can't pray for him.
Okay.
So I was just saying that we have the 1, 2, 3, 4, the 1 verse 4, the 2 verse 3. I think it's the first time we've ever had the top 4 seeds advance into a Final Four.
No, you're absolutely right.
Yeah, I'd back that up.
Back then. All right, here we go. First
Wait a
one,
minute, so
Burt
who
Reynolds.
Who has? Oh no, yeah, that's me, you, Zach, and
Yeah,
Brandon.
it's
are all
everybody but Richie's got one of them in there. Not that it
there.
matters
my
whose
screen
is
to go
who,
gray right now.
but this is gonna be fun. I have to be honest. No matter who wins in this one, there's gonna be a best mustache that is picked. These are 4 awesome mustaches. I think the viewers have done a fantastic job. And now it is down to Burt Reynolds, Sam Elliott. Let's do the thing.
What's up, Troy?
Hey, what's up, Troy?
Evening,
And welcome
Troy.
back, honey.
Yeah, the same thing that happened to me at the end of what was it, last Thursday, where it
Yeah.
kept shutting down, and then it finally just reboot. Yep, there it is.
Whoop, there it is. Whoop. All right, here we go. Burt Reynolds, Sam Elliott. The votes are flying in, fellas. What are you thinking?
Wait, Did
Richie
Richie
went
make
back.
himself grayed out because he's no longer
What is this,
no longer
is
in
this
the
the Big
contest?
Brother house?
That's
Whoever gets
hilarious.
eliminated has to put on the gray filter.
God damn it, I don't have filters, so it better be.
I just
better
turned
be
the
you.
saturation all the way down. That's all I did.
All right, I'm straight through camera here. Looks like we have a winner. Moving on, 62% of the votes and eliminated from the competition is Burt Reynolds. Sam Elliott moves on to win. Burt Reynolds is eliminated.
There's hope.
Sam Elliott to the finals to take on either Tom Selleck or Nick Offerman. Wow. All right, here we go. Nick Offerman versus Tom Selleck to take on Sam Elliott in the finals. Do the thing, voters. Troy says it's rigged. Hashtag rigged.
I haven't been voting, so
Yeah,
that's
me
how you
neither.
would know if it's rigged. If I-
It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one. Right out the gate, 12 votes in, 50-50. That's going to be a good one. All right. Seem to have.
Don't make
stalled.
us choose, please.
Yeah, please don't do that. That 14 votes in. One is 57. One is 43. 15 votes in. 53 to 47. So as soon as I see the vote stall out, we will. Oh, 50-50. Someone's like, I want you guys to decide. 16 votes in. 50-50.
Everything Brandon is doing right now sounds delicious.
I'm sorry. What's funny is I know Matt hates the sound of people eating or drinking, and that's literally all I've been doing over here.
No, I did.
The one thing that Matt really can't stand is drinking Coca-Cola out of a glass bottle that's filled with peanuts.
Yeah, that's weird.
I mean, as long as they're boiled.
Bald peanuts.
All right, I'm counting it down. We haven't moved in a while. I'm going to count it down, and then we'll tell you the results. Zach, you see the results?
I see him.
To determine who goes on to the final, studio vote. 50-50 after 16 votes. It stalled there for a hot minute before somebody came in and sniped it. We're going to do the thing. All right. Mr. Gray, you are up
Oh
first.
shit! Why you have to go me first? I'm out.
Fine, you want to go last?
Yeah, let me go last. Let me be the deciding factor if there's a tie up
Okay.
because I'm out. That's you, Zach.
Oh fuck.
I was watching him not look at the camera.
Nick Offerman.
Nick Offerman. 1 vote. Oop, I caught him. Brandon?
Not Nick Offerman.
Okay.
Toby?
We can't hear you.
I think
He said Nick Offerman.
I heard I'm gonna go Tom Selleck.
He
Going
said
Tom
Nick
Selleck.
Offerman in the chat.
Okay. 2-2. Looks like it's down to you, Mr. Gray.
Wait, did you not vote?
I went Tom Selleck. Brandon went Tom Selleck.
Me and Toby went Nick Offerman.
Well, I'm going with. I like Nick Offerman. I really do. He's a man's man. So that's my vote, Nick Offerman.
I was waiting for the butt.
No.
You didn't hit it.
I was hoping for a butt.
Oh, you want a butt? Well, Tom Selleck was awesome in Quigley Down Under, but Nick Offerman is the man's man.
I hear he does well down under, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. How do you think he keeps that stash growing, you know?
Oh, it's true. It is true. All right. For the championship, Sam Elliott versus Nick Offerman as Ron Swanson in Parks and Rec. And Sam Elliott, just a stud. Here we go. Sam Elliott, Nick Offerman, you viewers decide the best mustache. It's been fun. It's been fun.
Could you imagine if it would have been Wider versus Sam Elliott?
I think it would have been a blowout, unfortunately. I think it would have been awesome.
The irony of that.
Yeah.
Panic just set in because for the first time on this bracket, I had a layering issue on the bracket.
Oh.
I fixed it. Yeah.
All right. 69% of the votes. We have
nice.
a winner, and there's no better chance to throw it out there. 69% of the votes because it is a sexy mustache. The winner, and voted on by the viewers, not any of the 5 people in here. If you don't like it, then yell amongst yourselves in the chat. The winner is Sam Elliott.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
Holding it down for all us sinners.
Sam Elliott wins the best mustache, and that's solid. Sam Elliott takes out Wilford Brimley, then takes out Hulk Hogan, then takes out Burt Reynolds, then takes out Nick Offerman. Nick Offerman, the runner-up, took out Eddie Murphy, Ned Flanders, and Tom Selleck. So congratulations to you, Mr. Sam Elliott. Hopefully you are winning more than just this. He's still alive, right?
Sam Elliott?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't check the news. But either way, congratulations, Sam Elliott. If you want a cameo on here and you want to celebrate with us, please hit us up. I don't love, though, that the person that won, when you Google them first, does show up. The very first image is
Without
him
his
without a
mustache.
mustache. I don't like that. But I can't do anything about changing Google, or I'd be super rich.
He
But
ran
either
over
way,
his competition with a Dodge Ram.
he actually, I think, did some commercials for a local pharmacy, Kinney Drugs, for a long time. They paid him to do it. And when I was there, yeah, they paid him a
You know
chunk
what-
of change.
Do you know what his middle name is?
Begins with a P.
It's Pack.
Pack.
His name is Samuel Pack Elliott. What a fucking man.
What a stud.
That's hell yeah, dude.
Hell yeah, brother.
That's a man's man.
Samuel Pack Elliott.
All right, so this is the time of the show where you, the viewers, spam the comments with what you want to vote on as the next 4 things in the Beard Laws community. We will then star these comments. We'll put them up there, and by tonight or at least tomorrow, you can start to vote until we draft again next Thursday. Richie broke the streak, and that's all right, but we can't thank you guys enough for joining us. This is a blast as always. We'll see you Tuesday for Triple T if you want. If not, we'll be back next Thursday to draft, and that's all I got. Anybody else have anything else? All right. Cool.
Best mullet.
A mullet.
Best mullet.
Okay.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, spam the comments. You got the YouTube delay in your favor, and we're out of here. Okay, bye.